Young wizard, please set aside your studies for the moment and come to my office at your convenience. You are by now, no doubt, familiar with the immortal games, yes? No? Clearly you are falling behind in your reading for the term. No matter, I have a practical solution at hand. The Immortal Games are an open challenge hosted by the denizens of Aquila, one of my favorite empires to study. Unlike other provincial tournaments, this is more of a free-form approach. They are open to any students of magic, not just wizards. The games will push you to your limits, but are an excellent test of your determination, wits, and fortitude. Impress the immortals of Aquila, and who knows what secrets you might glean. Go and speak to the Legionnaire Romulus on Cyclops Lane. He will tell you how to begin the competition.
Hey YouTube, welcome to the next part of the Wizard101 walkthrough. So, this part we're going to start off Aquila. Let's go here and talk to Romulus.
Wizard. If you are sound, then all is well. Professor Drake sent you? He has much favor with my people. Ah, he told you to ask about the Immortal Games? The Immortals of Mount Olympus, the greatest heroes and champions of Aquila, host this Herculean competition. But I've been away so long, I've forgotten the way home. Seek Harold Argleston in the library. He'll know how to get you there.
Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to Harold. Mark that location there just so you can get back quickly. So let's go ahead and talk to Harold.
I hope you aren't here to research with Professor Valmir. She is very kind, but I am not for smoldering books. You are working on a study for Professor Drake. Most admirable. I applaud your courage. What you need to know? How to reach Aquila? Why, simply use the Chariot of Aethon. That's the monument in the park on Cyclops Lane. It's been there forever. You must have passed it at least 100 times. I'm surprised you never asked about it. I believe we have a scroll that explains how to activate it. Search the upper shelves under CH.
Alright, so should search the upper shelves, and he means right over here.
Under the CH section that Harold Argleston directed you to. There are a number of scrolls here. Chariot of Fire, Chariot of the Sea, Chariot of the Sun, Chariot of Thunder, Chariot of the Ithacauli. Oh, wait, here it is. Chariot of Aethon. It was just out of order. The instructions look simple enough. You should take it to Romulus.
Alright, so let's go ahead and talk back to Romulus.
Librarian Argleston told you to use the Chariot of Aethon? Of course! It will take you to the Garden of the Hesperides, and from there you may enter the Immortal Games. Anyone from the Spiral may compete to prove themselves in this magical challenge. Those who are victorious win honor and praise and glory. Those who fall short, well, they are welcome to try again. Once they have healed any bruises and broken bones, of course. Use the Scroll of Aethon to activate the chariot and travel to Aquila. Once you reach the Garden of the Hesperides, speak to the Satyr Silenus. Silenus tends the garden and is a philosopher and poet. He will explain the Immortal Games.
Alright, so if you didn't know, Aquila, or Aquila, however you pronounce it, is located right here on Cyclops Lane. So here's a deep mushroom. Pick that up really quickly. Right here is this chariot thing. You just walk up to it,
There is
and there you go.
chant contained within the scroll. Come all and admire the glittering chariot and its workmanship. Praise Aethon, the blazing Pegasus of the sun. Seek Olympus, not shaken by winds, nor ever wet with rain nor snow. Seek the clear and cloudless air of the immortals.
Alright, so let's go ahead and use this chariot and enter
Well, something
Aquila.
seemed to work.
Alright, so this is Aquila. It's a small little place. You start off in this area called the Garden of Herpes or some shit like that. I'm not sure. Not positive what it's called, but let's go ahead and talk to this guy right here.
Hail, wizard. How will the world speak your name? You have come to put your name forward in the immortal games. We are honored whenever a participant takes up the call. The immortals, the great winged lords and ladies of Aquila, enjoy crafting challenges and seeing who can overcome them. There are 3 parts of the immortal games in total, each with its own brave, risk, and thrilling rewards. The first competition will take you to the heart of Olympus, the home of the immortals themselves. Speak to my oldest daughter, the nymph Aquila. She will tell you more. Then return to me.
Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to this guy's daughter. She's just located just right down over here. So, let's see what she has to say.
Fair wizard, it is a pleasure to meet you. I welcome you to our wondrous home of Aquila. Mount Olympus is the home of the immortals. They have lived there for as long as memory and mastered the great forces. The immortals created these games for their own amusement, but also to reward the most skilled magicians in the spiral. In Olympus, the shining city upon the mountain, you will face battles of wits, magical duels, and the lightning itself. You have a kind face, so I hope you do well.
Alright, so let's go ahead and talk back to I can't read this guy's name. What is it?
Wizard, did Aquila tell you of the greatness of Olympus and the demanding trials before you? Ascend the stone stairs carved long ago by Hephaestus Coppersmith, and they will take you right to the gates of Olympus. Athena Battlesite will meet you. She will tell you what you must accomplish to complete these immortal games.
Alright, so we have to go ahead and enter what's it called? Mount Olympus now. Now there's 3 total levels in Aquila. That's Mount Olympus, Atlantia, and Tartarus.
Hail, Challenger. You have traveled far to reach Mount Olympus. Are you eager to test yourself in our games? Your first task is to collect 3 Legion tokens. You will find the first in the Sun Chamber, defended by a Pollo Bright One.
Alright, so it took me about an hour to actually find a person, what's it called, that would help me out with this, because no matter this dungeon, this first dungeon, Mount Olympus, you could do when you turn level 30. The thing is, if you try to solo this at level 30, you will get your ass handed to you. So, you know, this is definitely not a level 30 dungeon. So, to have any chance of surviving in a solo, I'm talking about solo, you need to probably be at least level 50. Now, there's also a hidden boss in here, which is basically you have to be level 90 to even have a chance.
Stand before the radiant Sun Lord, Apollo Bright One. Let me show you the light.
That's very rude, Apollo Bright One. You interrupted me there, but he will be. I don't show obviously the whole dungeon. This whole dungeon will probably take, you know, maybe 4 or 5 parts, if not longer. I looked over how much video clips I have of Mount Olympus. I keep trying to say Atlantia, but I know that's gonna be wrong. Of Mount Olympus. So, and right here, our first boss, Apollo Bright One, and I found this wizard here, this girl. She's controlling both accounts, which is pretty good. She has I believe a life in a storm, which is great because I believe she's like level 90 on both of them or something like that. I see right there, Apollo's HP is you know, 4,200. So if I was to solo this, you know, I'd have to not only survive for a really long time, then I have to set up and everything. Another thing about Apollo the Bright One, basically all the bosses in here cheat, and this one's not any exception. He has 2 cheats. excuse me. He is, as you can see, life type, but he does have a fire mastery amulet, which basically means he can use power pips for fire spells. He also has 2 fire blades. He has a 35% fire blade and a 40%. And he also uses a 35% life trap. So usually a life trap is 25%. But he has the 35% version, and he has 2 fire blades. So he could actually stack 2 fire blades and hit you pretty hard. His most damaging attacks are fire, so he's labeled a life boss. Another thing you should know about him, he does have 2 healing spells. He has the Satyr and a Unicorn. So this guy's definitely no joke. That's another reason you can see right here that soloing this at level 30 is just damn near impossible. You know, if you're like level 90 or something like that, or, you know, 70, 80, 90, you could probably solo this without a problem. But, you know, at the level they let you do this, I'm not sure if it was a great decision for them, but, anyways, let's go over his interesting drops. Now, he doesn't have any interesting drops as far as crown item goes, but almost every boss in this dungeon, and this is no exception, drops some of the best level 30 gear you can ever get. And specifically this guy, he drops a couple of robes, hats, and boots. So, you know, those are the main 3 things that you can fight him. I'm not going to go over the specific ones. You can check that out on the wiki, because there's just so much that I'd be spending the whole battle talking about, you know, the best drops. Now, one of the items, I'll just go over the death one since we are death type, is he drops a thing called Senator's Devious Toga. It's for level 30 plus, death only. It gives you 198 HP, 5% power pip chance, 2% death accuracy, 9% death damage, 10% life, and 10% myth resist, and 4% incoming healing. So, as you could see, a lot of benefits compared to any other level 30 gear. The only thing that you can even argue is crown gear, but this is probably the best gear that you can get from a drop, and it drops pretty often. It's not like it's an incredibly rare drop. So, and this isn't even the best death robe for level 30 that's available in this dungeon. Obviously, all these gear, all of the gear that basically any boss drops in here is no auction. As far as, you know, all the good items, obviously they still drop, you know, some shitty items that no one's gonna wear, but the only problem with this gear is that it looks really bad. So if you're a person who cares about looks, you probably would either want to stitch this or just not even wear it. So, you know, that's up to you. But yeah, so a couple things I wanted to quickly talk about. Number 1, we did reach 1,700 subscribers. Thank you a lot, guys, for the support. It's been great. When we reach 2,000, I'll do some type of giveaway. I'm not sure what yet, but, you know, just stay tuned till when we reach 2,000 subs. And this is also part 102, I believe, so there's that. Another thing I wanted to mention really quickly, you guys did ask for the in real life video of my computer, the full spec list and everything. I'll try to get that out to you guys as soon as I can. It'll probably be next week though. I just simply do not have time. Just basically, right now I'm making this video on Monday, January 20th. And this will probably go up maybe tomorrow, so I'm not sure. But anyways, this next week I have finals this whole week. You know, I have a lot of tests, a lot of studying, a lot of things to do. So I won't be able to do it in real life video, I'll just be incredibly busy. Now, the week after this one, I don't have school for a whole week. I have Regents Week. Those of you who are in high schools in the US do know about Regents Week, so you get a whole week off. So I have that, and I'll probably get that video out to you during that time. So, but you know, this week I'm probably gonna mainly have Pirates, Shrine, and maybe another Wizards video. Simply because Pirates and Shrine, they're already pre-recorded, they're already good to go. I just need to add some minor touches, and that's it. I just don't have time this week, incredibly busy, so. Anyways, let's get back to this battle. So, you know, this boss is it's pretty difficult to take out right here. she is setting up for a huge storm attack. He has this link thing, so he has a lot of healing spells as well. I'm pretty sure you guys know what link are. It's just basically a damage over time and a heal. It's really good actually in PvP because I believe it takes off an infection, as well as like if you have weakness, and it'll also get rid of blades. So it's a really good PvP spell. As far as PvE, not really. You don't really get infection casted on you too often in PvE, except for a couple bosses here and there. So PvE not too useful, but PvE, PvP, it definitely is useful. I got mixed up with everything there, but yeah. And another quick topic I might as well talk about is a lot of you guys did watch my what's it called, the account banning discussion. None of you left comments on if your account itself got banned. I'm gonna guess no. But you know, the recent news has arrived, has surfaced rather, I should say, that KI did reduce all the permanent bans to like 2 weeks or something. Which, you know, I was expecting, because they've done the same thing before when there was previous glitches, exploits, bugs, whatever you want to call it. So you know, that's kind of a problem as well, right? Because then people will just see, okay, I can just keep doing you know, a certain exploit, and it'll only get banned for 2 weeks. So you know, this is such a controversial topic because you don't know who's more at fault. You know, is it the KI's fault for not fixing the bug, or is it the player's fault for also abusing it? So you know, I'm not gonna get into it because I already have that whole video on it. I don't need to stretch it out any longer. If you want to know my opinions, go watch I believe it was part 101 if you haven't seen it yet. But you know, I just feel like if they keep doing temp bans, you know, players are going to keep taking advantage, but I don't also think that permanent bans are the way to go either, you know. If I had to, like, do something, I guess I would take away, if they had, you know, take away any of the gold they got, or if they bought something, take away whatever they bought. Like, so if they bought a house, just take that away. So, you know, do something like that. I think that would be the best thing because, I mean, nothing really happens, right? The player doesn't get hurt because they didn't earn the gold, you know, fairly, and then KI doesn't get hurt either because, well, they just took away all the gold and everything that they earned. And I believe, yeah, this is that almost 14,000 damage. Don't worry, we'll be doing that same amount of damage, probably a couple, 200-300 parts. And yeah, so nice sirens right there, gonna take out all those Cyclops dudes.
Well done, Wizard. Let this illustrious day be recorded in the scrolls. Take the Legion token, and good luck in your next duel.
Alright, so I only show this battle here, because if I did it in this video, it would have been like 7 minutes long, so I didn't want that. Yeah, but I'm not going to do any more of Mount Olympus in this part, but don't worry, we're going to be doing Mount Olympus probably longer than Kensington Park as far as how much parts it took me. I'm going to end off this video by talking to Athena here.
Good beginning, Wizard. You will find the next Legion token in the Moon Chamber. Lucky for you, my sister Artemis New Moon is away. However, I doubt she left the token undefended.
Alright, so that's gonna be it for this time. We had seen locate the Moon Chamber. I believe I do that really quickly, but I don't start the battle that's there. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Challenger? Don't you know you are already beaten?